Good day, folks. Thumbs up to the strong coming to you on Sunday. Hey, I just wanted to give a shout and props to all the people at Caribou Strongest. It was a live show. I was not able to catch it. I tried a couple times, but I was super busy. But from the footage that I saw, it was pretty amazing. Some pretty amazing lifts were done, and just grateful for today. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Western Canada. Somebody brought it up to me and asked me if I'd speak on it, and I was able to get some feedback, and I wasn't able to get a lot of stats on all the competitors, but some of them I was able to. So just before that, I want to mention yesterday I took part in our good friend Matt, who I competed against in Victoria, put on he opened his home for, he's got lots of strongman equipment and all kinds of equipment. We brought some bags and just local people. My brother came out with the kids, and it was the greatest thing. And the reason I bring it up is just, it was such a fun time. It was just wholehearted, and we had a blast. Some people that didn't have any idea about strongman, we were able to show them with little, my son Gaetan was really helpful in teaching and helping people, and it was great. There was throwing sandbags, Atlas hold, where you hold for as long as you possibly can with weight on each side of you, and it was a blast. I really enjoyed it, and the reason I bring it up is that thumbs up to the strong. It's like, it's just encouraging. And even kids, some kids were just like wanting to try, and nothing too serious. We were just playing. And then later on, the weight athletes that wanted to try, we went at it and did some deadlifts and some Atlas holds, and it was great. And it sounds like he wants to do this again this year, and we are hoping to do it as well. I'm working on my backyard, and even if it's not finished, if we come up with the time and we can get people to come out, it's just it's a good feeling to get people involved. And I mean, you get to visit and introduce yourself to the local community, and just playing with some training equipment, strongman equipment, weights, and it's good to get people moving and doing stuff. That's awesome. Anyways, I give a props to Matt for taking this on, and we'll do it some more. Anyways, Caribou Strong again, Tyson. I got to get out to that show of yours in Williams Lake. It sounds like it's a blast, and it was just fun to see, and lots of people they had fun, and they did some great things. Anyways, we're talking about Western Canada's Strongest, and that's coming up on July 4th, 2026, and that's going to be in Calgary. Of course, you're going to have the truck deadlift, the log press, the sandbag to shoulder, the farmer's carry, and after those four, I think they tally the points, and the top 10 athletes out of the 18 athletes that there is this year, they move on to the next two events, and that's yoke to power stairs and the 5-stone carries. That'll be interesting and fun. It seems like this year we've got a lot of you've got some veterans, you've got some hybrids, you've got some big guys, you've got Sean Hayes, who's won it twice, you've got Colton Sloan, and watch out for Cam Saint-Amand, and Jesse Campbell, who's always, danger in any competition he's in. That's what I mean about a hybrid. You got Austin Ryan. These are guys that are not very big, but man, they lift big. But everyone in this competition, they're just incredibly strong, and I'm curious to see what it is. I'm just excited for that competition to come. Before we start, no show is ever gonna do well without the sponsors, and boy did they have a lot of sponsors for this one. So I looked up the sponsors, and there's many of them, and I'm gonna read them out because there's quite a few. You got SBD Canada, you got Rehab Performance, you got Zone, you got Balbit Company, you got United Strength and Power, you got BDS Smelling Salts, you got Tower Dodge Chrysler Jeep, StrentgH, Sweet Training, Yaba, Bells of Steel, Supplement World, LHBK, Lift Heavy Be Kind, Royal Iron Strength, True North, Western Belting, Southland Safety Home, Cerberus, Ronin Strength Systems. Hey, it's kind of nice to see Ronin Strength Systems in there. Yeah, and you got Metal, Realm, and Rain. So those are a lot of sponsors that are going to be sponsoring the show. And what I wanted to touch on is the referees. We've got pro athletes Jocelyn O'Brien is going to be there, and Tristan Oath. What a treat! It's almost a lot of Canadian content and a lot of pros being in there, and it's going to be amazing. I'm just going to run through some of the names, and before I start, I want to say that I wasn't able to get a lot of feedback on a lot of the people from Alberta, and mind you, I spent a day on it, like just here and there, but all these athletes are phenomenally awesome. They're just amazing. They're warriors, and they're gonna put on a show. But there's an influx of all kinds this year, like like veterans and rookies, guys haven't done a whole lot. Like Darcy Bone's going to be there for the first time this year, and I've trained with I'm not trained. I've competed and watched Darcy Bone. Of course, he's got 1,000-pound deadlift, and just incredibly strong. And he's going to bring his strengths, and he's just going to give it his all, and it's going to be a blast. But the first guy I got on my list is Colton Sloan, Alberta. He's from Alberta, 2025 champ. And of course, he's the first pro Indigenous. He's returning to defend his championship title. And you know what? I got to see him in 2024 when Sean Hayes won it in Duncan here on the island. And Colton Sloan is just like, he's like, these are the top level kind of guys that you want to watch for. I did mention Darcy Bone. That's his first appearance. He's going to be out there this year. I bet you he's super excited, and I'm pumped for him. I want him to do well and just go out there and give it your all, Darcy. Thumbs up to the strong. Sean Hayes, 2022, 2024 winner. Like, in our parts here on the island, he's our local GOAT because he's done so much in accomplishments, and he's got the silver dollar deadlift world record, and he's put on so many shows to help improve and expose the sport of strongman and just help people. He's always he's top notch in my books, and anyways, we're wishing him the best, and he's a veteran, so he knows what it takes. And it's like, my just hope for you, is Sean, is you just stay healthy, and if that's the case, you're right at the top. You got Billy Hornaday. I think this is his second time. I think he finished in the middle pack last year. The Indonesian Hulk. This guy is he gives so much to the sport. Like these are the guys that I know and that I've seen. Super, super great guys, and super big guy. He's a big guy. Anyways, he does have a lot of credentials. Western Canadian, a natural world qualifier. He's big, and he's got his strengths, and I think he's climbing. So this is another guy that these guys that are coming in that, like, watch out for these guys in the next few years. And Billy Hornaday is one of those guys. You got Dylan Dorsey, who turned pro at the Nationals last year. So this will be his second, I do believe, is a Western comp coming into that competition. Again, Dylan Dorsey, he's making strides. Like I said, he just turned pro last year, so he's coming up, and he's he's someone to look to as well, because you know, like he's just a big specimen. And whenever you watch him, I've seen him do the amateur log press record, Canadian record last year at Twin Rivers. So he's got a lot of accolades. He's got a lot of things that he's done, and he's coming up. He's moving up. He's getting her done. And we got Sigurdsson. Now, I'm not sure, I couldn't get a whole lot of information. A lot of the names for the athletes, they just gave the first name, and I'm not sure what his first name is. And you got Baker, and you got Hagen. Now, these guys, you just know that they're coming. They're for real, and they're hardcore strongman. And these are our heroes. Our warriors. I call them heroes because they're just like, to me, they're so big and they have so many strengths. And some of them they have their strengths, and some of them have their weaknesses. But you know what? They just fight through it all, and they get better all the time. At least that's what I see in strongman. You just work on your weaknesses and you get better as you go along. I'm grateful for this sport of strongman. Thumbs up to the strong. And anyways, you got Alex Crisby. He was 6th place at Alberta Strongest in 2025. And you got Jesse Campbell, and he's an explosive 105 kg athlete. You know, he competed in Arnold Classic. He's got official strongman games experience. I think he comes in at around 250 pounds. But he just looks bigger. He's just like, he's thick everywhere. So, but I consider him a hybrid. Maybe you guys tell me different. He's just like, he's like a rocket. Like he's gonna bring it. It's gonna be great. I think this show this year is quite intriguing. You got a wide variety of different mix of athletes. So Larson Hare, he's a powerhouse from Red Deer, Alberta, known for his overhead power and grip. I think I've seen him on video. I'm not sure I've actually got to see him compete, but I do follow him, and he's another force. He's just like these guys that are coming up. You know, it's like the future of strongmen in Canada is pretty amazing, and we should be grateful for it. We got Liam Woodruff, a Pro-Am competitor. And I searched him. It sounds like he doesn't compete very often, but when he does, he makes his mark. So watch out for Liam Woodruff. And you got McCrim, and you got Vance, and you also have Austin Ryan. Now, Austin Ryan, too, he's another one to watch. I've researched him, and he's got quite an accolade. And again, he's not... He was the Natural Canada's Strongest Strongman 2022 and 2024. So he's got... I've watched him, and he just looks like he's on a different planet. Like, he brings it. Now, he's not super huge, but he, like, he's pretty solid in a lot of things. Like, the deadlift is strong. I think he was the only amateur last year. This is his second comp at Western Canada's. He won an event in the yoke to the truck pull in 2025. So for an amateur to come in and do that, that's pretty amazing. Like, and anyways, Gita, my son, was able to mention him, and he was saying, like, watch out for this guy. Like, he looks like he's got a lot of potential, and sure enough, he does. Like, this is the guy you want to keep your eyes on. So with that, yeah, it's a second appearance, and like I said, every time I watch him, he's another one of those guys that just makes things look easy. They are not. But just like he's an athlete to watch for, and in this Western, kind of his second year, he'll have more experience from it. We also have Carter. He's from Saskatchewan. I didn't get a whole lot on him, but it's going to be quite the show this year. I'm excited. I guess maybe because I'm becoming more familiar with a lot of the people that are going to be there, so it's going to be an interesting show. I just wish I was able to get out to Calgary and watch it. So from this end, we're 3 weeks out from Twin Rivers. my Nick Best training with strength. The collective is just, I'm right on par. I'm training is just, I'm on the Nick Best training strongman prep show for the show. Everything is going great. I'm having a lot of success with the sandbags, so I'm able to get the sandbags, the 250 sandbags, off the ground and up. So that's more than I could do for the last few years, but a lot of the training is just a-okay. So having said that, that's about it for this week. And the shout out this week, I'm going to give a shout out to Matt for having people at his house, and it's just incredible. The other person I wanted to give a shout out is Marsh Mishnik. He posted on his Instagram that, you know, he got second place in the Island Games. It's some sort of Island Games, Mark. Way to go, buddy. We're proud of you and we're glad for you. That's just incredible. I saw some of the clips and some of the postage that you were sending out. That's pretty amazing. Those are my thumbs up this week. I've got 2. And then next week we will be 2 weeks away from Twin Rivers, and I'm getting excited and jacked. Everything's working out perfectly. And anyways, yeah, so if you like this, if you have any questions, or if you would like for me to cover I'm still working with the possibility of trying to reach out to Jesse and Sean Hayes, but I'm trying to figure out how I can do that from home. I need my technician, my daughter, to help me figure out how I get a podcast to do. So anyways, yes, so I'm excited about that. But until next week, thumbs up to the strong. Just keep at her, and life is good. All right, have a good day, folks.